Okay, in the elimination method, your goal is to eliminate one of the variables, and you can pick either one. So if you decide to select the x's to eliminate, notice if you add them up right now, you would have 12 x's, which doesn't eliminate them. So what you want to do is multiply the top equation by some number so that when you add it to the second equation, the variable drops out. So what number times 4 plus 8 would give you 0 x's, and in this case it would be -2. So a -8x, and I'll just multiply it through, plus 6y equals 0, and then the bottom one stays the same. Okay, once you've got this, now when you add them together, the x's cancel. You're left with 1y equals 20. You take that value, plug it back into any of the equations from before to solve for x. So I'm going to put it back into the top equation of the first system here. And now you're going to solve for x. So I have 4x minus 60 equals 0. 4x equals 60. And then divide both sides by 4. And I get x equals, 15? So the point 1520 is a point that works on both equations. You could have decided to multiply to get rid of the y's, but it would have been a little bit trickier. If I write this up again and redo the problem, let's say you didn't want to eliminate the x's, but you wanted to eliminate the y's this time. Well, you can't think of a number times 3 that's going to give you 5, so you've got to think, what number did those both go into? And that number would be 15. So one number has to be positive 15, the other has to be negative 15, so that when you add them together, they cancel out. So I would multiply, for example, the top equation by 5, which would give me 5 times -3, -15, and then multiply the bottom equation by -3. -3 times -5, positive 15y. The signs have to be opposite so that they cancel out. And whatever you multiply by, you've got to multiply all the way through the equation by that number. So you've got 20x minus 15y equals 0, or -24x plus 15y, that should be a 20, sorry about that, equals -60. So now when I solve, I get -4x, the y's cancel this time, equals -60, and then divide by -4. So we still get x equals 15, and then we'd have to plug back in to any of the equations and solve for y, and we get the same answer as what we got up here.